Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. This is mentor Faiza Shaikh. As you know that we have discussing English literature. English literature is very popular literature in all over the world. So here uh, I am discussing a very new topic, Elizabethan poetry, which relate to the Spensor contemporaries. So contemporaries जो है basically belong and relate to the Sir Philip Sidney. Sir Philip Sidney period and era 1554 to 1586. First of all, going to discuss the life. Unlike Spencer, Sidney was aristocratic, belonged to a noble family, educated person, Oxford and travel all over Europe. Basically, he dedicated Shepherd's calendar to Sidney's as the noble and virtues. And Sidney was knight, courtier, and scholar, and also fighting at the Zutphen, Netherlands, at the age of the 32, and gave a cup of water to another wounded soldier, which he himself needed, and said, "Their need is greater than mine." So his work, Astrophil and Astilla, which are sonnet series, Arcadia, prose, romance, with the scattered sonnets in it. Apology for Poetry, which is critical treatise. None of Sidney's work was published during his lifetime. So here going to discuss the Astrophil and Astilla. This is it is the series more than 100 sonnets and few songs addressed to Penelope. Davynriac's daughters of Walter Davynriac's first Earl of Essex. These sonnets recorded this hopeless passion for Penelope, who had married Lord Rich. Except of rhymes scheme which is not uniform. Sonnets not it has the form of the Shakespeare. So he was not just a copyist, rather has the sincerity of the feelings in the sonnets. So next is sonneteer. The sonneteer basically after White's and Surrey's. Sonnet was not practiced throughout the generation. Basically, it was Sidney who restarted its fashion in 1591 by his sonnet sequences, and then there was extraordinary outburst of sonnets in the last decades of the century. Then almost all the poets wrote the sonnets, good, bad, and indifferent, addressed to their sweetheart, real and imagined. The most important of these are Falke Graviel of Calica, Samuel Daniels is Dahlia, Michael Drayton's Idea, Spencer's Amartya, Henry, Constable Diana, etc. So now discuss Shakespearean sonnets. Shakespearean sonnets are very classy by themselves. Some of the sonnets are merely clever, being fashionable and artistic in language, not appealing by the feelings and imaginations, but best of them are worthy of greater poets is by their imaginative quality, felicity of diction, and lyric musics are unequaled in Elizabethan poetry. The collection is miscellaneous and mystifying. Sincere research are unable to find accurately the people to whom these are dedicated. Some of these are impersonal, while other personals of the personal, some are believed to be dedicated to a friends, a handsome man of rank, and to wealthy young Earl of the Southamptons, and some of the dark-haired lady who betrayed him. Petrarch was the original source who was followed, who wrote love sonnets to Laura, The English poets imitated, borrowed, and sometimes simply translated from the Italian and French masters. Some critics have considered most of these are artificial, as it is undeniable that majority of these are monotonous and dull. Most of the time, some of the famous and familiar conceits and phrases were used. Originality is observed in very few of these, including Spencer, Sidney, and Shakespeare, who had sincere motives or feelings even when imitated the forms and contents from other poets. So, last one is songs and the lyrics. Another type of poems that flourished during this age was the lyric. Humanism created a specific type of joy which poets. These lyrics and songs appeared in the some parts of the total miscellany and in songs looks published with music. The songs and lyrics which appear during Spencerian periods are a handful of the pleasant delights, the phonic. So, so these are all about the Spencerian contemporaries. I hopefully कि you have been understood each and everything. इजाज़त दीजिए. अल्लाह हाफ़िज़.